Good morning, good morning. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from. Along with those affirmations, we're about to get this call started. We are about to get this call started, ladies and gentlemen. Don't this song just get you in the mood to trade? I'm just saying, right? It gets you in that mood to trade. Well, I know it gets me in the mood. That right mindset. Good morning, good morning. One more time. Drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat, drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from along with those affirmations. You want to drop it in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us see here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you log in this morning, drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from along with those affirmations, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get this call started. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Let's see, who do we have on the line? Well, first, let me say good morning to those of you all that's here with us on the Zoom line. Also, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, good morning, good morning. Twitter, let me not forget you as well. Good morning, good morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, I see you in Facebook. Good morning to the Netherlands on Facebook. Good morning, Netherlands. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, London, 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 Jacksonville. Good morning, Cleveland. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Minnesota. Good morning, Detroit. Good morning, Toledo. Good morning, Netherlands. Good morning. Okay, Netherlands, come through. Netherlands, Jacksonville. Where's Cleveland at? Cleveland and Jacksonville. You guys show out all the time, but I'll see the Netherlands on here this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you are logging in, make sure you drop it in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from along with those affirmations. Those affirmations. Good morning. There we go, Jacksonville, Minnesota. Okay, we're logging in now. Come on. Grand Rising Grass. Yeah, I know you from the Netherlands too. Good morning. All right. So as you log in, what are those affirmations? I am an educated Oh, you in Germany now? Okay, good morning, Germany and Cleveland. I am an educated BYOB master trader anointed for wealth. I am the signal. All my trades in and profit. I am 777. I am the owner of Kingdom Currency, a token with a purpose. Good morning. Good morning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I love it. You say you calling in from the telephone. I am not missing this. I'm so excited. Good morning, Jacksonville. All right. Okay, y'all, trying to get on here. You want your shout out? Good morning, Orlando. So let's talk. I'm excited because how many of you all, like, if you cashed out at all this morning, you cashed out, let me get a 777 in the chat. If you cashed out from what we've been doing this week, let me get a 777 in the chat. 777. What was that song? 7779311. No, let me not tell my age. But good morning, good morning. All right. So where am I going with this? Right? Where am I going with this? Because we've been doing setups, right? We've been doing setups, and I want you to see. So I know we talk about Monday and Tuesday are the days, but it's a possibility after we have a CPI just to kind of show you how the market plays out, because that's the whole purpose of our 9 o'clock call. So once a month we might do Wednesday, maybe. I'll let you know. But let's talk about if you're new to the call, it's your first time here with us this morning. Let me get a 111 in the chat. If you are still learning how to cash out, let me get a 222. And if you are cashing out, let me get a 777 in the chat. We should have had a very beautiful morning thus far. I know all my trades in profit, all my trades took profit. So we should have had a very, very beautiful day so far. And so where we're going to start this morning, we're going to talk about our upcoming changes that are happening. You know, we have a few announcements. I want to make sure that everybody is aware of the shift and the change that is happening. So starting next week that we will be doing Monday through Thursday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be doing at 9 a.m. Let me back up. Monday through Thursday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then at obviously we already have some calls that happen immediately following that at 6. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to let you know how that's going to shift and how that's going to change, because that is also going to change. I'm excited because it's going to be more of an intermediate level. That's what's actually going to happen. It's going to be an intermediate. So it will include our TBX, HFX, but it's also going to include showing you how you see the market, the implementation aspect of it, no matter what your trading style is. So, to really help you understand that this is market, we're focused on market. Okay, market. That's what we are. And then, of course, where we're headed after that is at 9 o'clock. We will only do Monday and Tuesday. Now, once again, that Monday and Tuesday is strictly because what we want you to do is really have a very intentional market structure focus, okay? Very, very intentional market structure focus. And so we're going to really teach you and help you analyze, do setups utilizing the tools, which I really believe is going to really help you focus in on that skill set development, okay? And then, of course, on in the evenings, we educate in the evenings. So what that means is that Monday through Thursday, we will be here at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. There will no longer be a Monday night call. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make sure that you put our radio broadcast hidden in plain sight. You want to make sure that you tap into Clubhouse. You want to make sure that you are tapped all the way in, because mindset development, that is also very key and critical. And so we don't just touch you on the charts. We want to touch you in your hearts as well. We want to make sure that you understand the power and the magnitude of what you have available to you. So you want to make sure that you go follow BYOB Movement Worldwide on Clubhouse. You want to make sure that you download our app. You want to make sure that you show up at Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we're streaming, so you can see our radio broadcast. So we are here to spread the word worldwide. That's ultimately what we're here for. So we're here to have that global impact and to really spread that, to really help you understand, because we're here to serve. You have to have a servant heartbeat, and a servant heartbeat, and to really remove those financial blinders. So when you come to our website, we really want to make sure that you download our app. You need to get in touch with us. Go ahead and tap in. You want to make sure that you're tapped all the way in. We also want to make sure we're registered for the summit. You know, everything you need is on the app on the website. So you pull up the website, download the app. Everything that you need is here. So when you tap summit, then what I need you to do is make sure you come in. And when you come in, you want to follow us and go ahead and get registered for these events coming up. Right? We want to make sure that you are completely registered. I see you all still logging in. but you want to make sure that you're registered. So get registered. All right. Get registered. So I will actually be in Detroit, as Detroit is standing up this month. Yes, Detroit. Okay. We want to make sure we're registered. Actually, myself, and you heard her this morning. You heard her, Victoria Turner. So she will also be in Detroit as well. So you want to make sure that you show up and you are present. Okay. You want to be present as we go to Detroit to launch this market. And then also you can definitely see that there are markets that are still standing. You have markets that are expanding as this is going to grow. And you want to make sure you are a part of that. Yes, absolutely. Servant heart. You have to. That's how we change the world. So, all right. Let's go ahead and dive in, because I'm gonna ask you one more time. A few of you all have logged in. I see the stream. I have more individuals on the stream and on the call. So if this is your first time here with us this morning, let me get a 111 in the chat. If you're still learning how to cash out, let me get a 222. And if you are cashing out, let me get that 333, right? That's definitely. Now, where we always want to start is the news, okay? What did I tell you? So we had a CPI report that came out. And because of what happened this morning and what typically happens, what I want to be able to do is actually kind of review these things with you to really kind of help you. So we're only going to have a Monday and Tuesday call, but the first Wednesday of the month, when we have these reports that come out, more than likely we might have a Wednesday call, just because I want to make sure that you're following and that you can actually see this. But of course, it will be announced so you can plan accordingly. All right. So, but we will be on here for Monday and Tuesday. Now, why is that? Because we know that we had NFP last week, always the first Friday of every month. The following Wednesday is CPI. And the reason behind my thought process on this is right now, we always tell you that you can actually put yourself in a position to be economically unbothered, all right? Economically unbothered. Now, being economically unbothered means that you're developing and you're learning a skill set. So right now we live in a world where they're talking about inflation. They're talking about, different things that's taking place and transpiring in our world, because, different things that are transpiring in our world because of the markets, but that should not faze you. And I don't want you scared of the news or anything of that nature. I want you to truly understand that when these things happen or when these reports come out, what you're looking at, like I said, when these reports come out, you understand how they impact the market. One of the things that I've been telling you all is that what these reports do, this is nasty, but what these reports do is what they do is they actually, they actually will, like, the market reacts to the news. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But it's kind of like, it's like it pushes you, if the technical analysis is there, it's like the market's going to push you. So what I want to do is I'm going to walk you through the BYOB cash out strategy, but I want to clean this one. All right. I'm going to walk you through the BYOB cash out strategy, but I also want to make sure that there's some things because this is what we were looking at last night, but I do need this chart. And I'm going to tell you why I need this chart in a minute. But, so here, this is one of the trades that we've been following, and you should have taken profit. Okay, now, and part of what I'm saying is if we have our setups, then what we truly understand is that the buy stops, sell stops, but you have to understand market structure before you do those things. Do not try to do those things if you don't understand market structure or you haven't been trading just a little bit. Now, you would have not taken that trade, you would have not gotten in that trade, you would have not done any of that if you would not have done any of that if there is no understanding. Now, also, I want you to really take a look at how this wicked out. So here we are. This is a brand new 4-hour candle. If I drop down, you can see how this reacted to the market. So we're going to talk about these things. I'm trying to show you in what area it wicked out on us. But so if all the way down on the 5 minutes, so you see that this news wick, all right, I want you to pay attention to this. This is what we call a news wick. Do you see how all of this happened within 5 minutes? So if I keep dropping down, this is why we're going away from the bell and the 930 and all that kind of stuff. So, and honestly, and I'm here on my 1 minute chart, and you can see the reaction. Let's look at the actual candles, right? Let's look at the actual candles. So Now, obviously, the Hikanashi candles give you the bluff of it, but I want you to see how that. So I'm on a 1 minute chart. So in 1 minute, with that reaction, it shot up and then it pulled back down. So the new market reacts to the news. You see, that's 100 pip, 100 pip move in 1 minute, and then it pulled back down real quick. Nobody's pip reaction time is that fast. Not anybody's pip. Nobody. I don't care who you are. So we're not trying to, like, I don't want you in a position where you feel like you're trying to trade the news or catch the news or do any of that, but I want you to see how the market reacts to the news. So this had 100 pip move in 1 minute. And then the very next minute, it pulled back down, like it snatched back down at least 75 of those. So this is how you try to catch those trades. I'm gonna jump in right after the news hit, and then a minute, and it pulls back. Well, guess what? My indices do the exact same thing. So what we're doing is really focusing and honing in on skill set development, because I never want you in this type of situation. And so it's not, we tell you about the news because just like this report came out, and you see these reports, what you see is like, I want you to just look at how the market reacted. Okay. Look at how the market shot up. Oh, I got a clean one there. Look at how the market shot up, it shot down, the market moved around. Even the one that we talked about yesterday, yesterday, and this is like that little zone area, it still didn't close this out that we talked about in that consolidated in that zone it needs to break out of, but it still reacted. It wicked up and pulled back down. And that's what we're seeing all the time. Even if, since we would always be on here for our indices, if I go ahead and I pull that up, then what you're seeing is, I'm just trying, you see that this also shot up. And what will happen is you all will be attempting to hurry up and get in there and trade that. And that's not what we want. We don't want you trying to take trades from a reaction standpoint. We want you to, you are an educated trader. And I want you to claim that right now, that I am a BYOB master trader anointed for wealth, but you are an educated BYOB master trader anointed for wealth. So I want you to make sure that you, in your affirmations, you add that educated. I am an educated BYOB master trader anointed for wealth, because we do not react to the market. We understand the market. We navigate through the market. So we don't want reaction. We want educated trades, which is going to really create that shift that you are looking for. Any questions, comments, or testimonies on what I'm sharing with you right now? Any questions, comments, or testimonies on what I'm sharing with you right now? Any. Exactly. We do not react. That's just like, I like to bring everything back home. Do we react to our children? Do we react? If you react to your children, what happens if you just react to your children? Then what happens is you're not in a space, you're not in a place where you're in control, right? So if your children are acting out and you act out with them, then you're in a space where you're not in control of the situation. You have to be the level-headed person that, right? You have to be that level-headed person that creates that narrative, and you control the environment. So you want to trade from that same mindset. So we don't react to the market. We don't react to trades. We don't react to the news, right? We don't react to any of those things. What we do is put ourselves in a position where we control the narrative, we control our emotions, and we trade from an educated perspective. And that's really our focus. And we're going to be very hands-on with you. And that's why you're seeing that shift that we're creating in the market. And today is a good example, as you see me flipping through the charts and you see the market reacting to the news, right? You see that, okay? So let's talk about it for just a moment. Okay, let's talk about it. So what we already had, now I know we have different levels of traders on this call. This call is a little bit more advanced. It is definitely a tad bit more advanced, but it's still hands-on. So I'm not going to go back to the very, very basics, but I will answer your questions. That's why I need you to join me in the evenings for training. And then also at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get to experience Ms. Graham walking you through the advanced aspect of entering the market. This call has to stay at a little bit more advanced. Do not get on because it's a little bit more advanced. But in order for you to see that next level, that elevation, that implementation, and familiarize you with the market and the market structure, it has to remain at a tad, I'm gonna say a tad bit advanced. And so the more you plug in, the more you follow the trades as well I'm walking you through it, whether you understand it today or not, the more you follow through that and you watch them as we go through the week, then what's going to happen is it's going to remove those blinders and it's going to begin to create that clarity that you're looking for. And so what we're seeing is this is our first trade of the week. So this is that USD JPY, and we pulled this from our harmonic scanner. No, I know my alerts are not there because I have not refreshed this, okay? I have not refreshed this. So if I'm over here, okay, if I look, now I'm gonna let the market settle just a little bit, but we do have a sale. So 20 minutes ago, we did trigger for a sale. Actually, let me write this down, 133138, but that's on a 5 minute, right? So you see, I have to come over here because, So, now I'm gonna tell you why it shot. So the market, the news was not positive. You see how it turned out red? Once again, I don't need you to try to be a market analyst. I don't need you really diving in here trying to figure all this stuff out. And this report come out this day, this report come out that day. Like, obviously we need to know like some major ones like the NFP, knowing CPI and things of that nature. But this is really talking about what the news does give our currencies strength or weakness. That's really what it does. And so that's the market moves on the strength and weakness of the currency in a nutshell. So as we began to look at this, I mean, like I said, look at this one. So this is showing this not even a red folder, but it's still right. So look, so this was definitely not where it was projected. So this was negative. So what does that mean? That means that if USD is stronger, then guess what? The market buys. If USD is weaker, if JPY is stronger, then the market sells. So that report, that was a reaction. So USD did not have the strength that it needed. And so what happened is the market reacted to that news report. And if you notice where it initially shot down to, okay, it shot down to in this area where if I look to the left, you see some support and resistance. Now, what I do want you to see is this is what we were already following. So you see how nice and long it took for it to decide to turn around and come on back down and get back in a line, to close out the structure that we were analyzing, that harmonic pattern. This one, I believe, set up Sunday night or early Monday morning. And well, I know it was Monday, but it might have been Sunday night. So we've been following this, and now it's Wednesday. So it took all the way. We were in this area. Remember, this is what we marked up. So we were in this area, and it took Monday, it took Tuesday, and now it's Wednesday. And then as soon as this report hits, it closes out. And it closed the entire thing out. That, look at that. That's almost a 200 pip drop. Actually, to where it spiked, it is over 200 pips. So that was quite a bit of movement based on the news. Now, because we were in alignment with the market structure, because we were in alignment with the harmonic pattern, because we were in alignment, what did it do? It pushed it. So it's like that the structure was already happening, but because it was in alignment with what we were doing, it got pushed. It's like it really pushed it to, you ever been trying to go somewhere and somebody push you and you move a little bit faster, but it might not be as smooth. Well, that's what happened. The news pushed the market. And so that's all it did. So it accelerated that time frame. And then so it's like once it pushed it, it actually pulled back up some. And I'm gonna show you outside of our trend candles. You notice that it shot down, and then it pulled back up some, and now it's reacting to that zone right there. Any questions, comments, or testimonies right now? Any. All right. So this trade is now officially closed out. So as we do this and develop, why am I sharing this with you? How many of you all took any profit on this particular trade? USD JPY, how many of you all took any particular profit on this trade? And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop this Just give me a set. So, okay, was it this morning? Did you take it today? Or you took it before today? Today? Okay, so you took it today. So that means you have a little bit more level of understanding, because the only reason you was taking that today is if you had a little bit more understanding. So I'm gonna put this trigger price on here, right? And I'm gonna tell you why I asked that question. And anybody else? Did anyone else? No one else? No one else? No one else? That's okay. So the reason I asked this question, and the reason I say that, is because as we go through this and you hang out with us for a little while, you will be able to put in the sales stops. You will be able to put in. So right now, no, you just watched it play out and you got to watch the news react. And that means you'll take a trade and you'll wait on the proper entry point, the retest, and everything else. That's what you'll do. But as you hang out with us for a while, then some of you all would have had a sales stop in this area right here. That's what you would have had, because as we discussed this trade, we talked about the harmonic pattern that pulled from our harmonic scanner, right? We talked about that, and this was on an hour and a 4 hour. So we know it's on an hour and a 4 hour. Okay, look, it's already changed now. So this is actually 4 hours ago, it created a new one, and the other one is actually no longer on here. So just to kind of recap, I always tell you guys that when the trades play out, but because it's the same currency pair, it's now created a new harmonic pattern. So let me screenshot it really quickly. Let me screenshot it really quickly, which also accounts for, what is that? That's somebody's, okay. Let me make sure y'all mute it. Mute everybody. Why is it not muted? There we go. All right, so I'm like, what is that noise? Let me grab a screenshot. All right, so what we're gonna do is, come back and show you in a different color as we mark this up coming back up. So what it has done now is it's identified a harmonic pattern in a reverse pattern. What we just saw is on a 5-minute chart that it triggered for a sale, which this on a 5-minute vibrata, it triggered for a sale, which I put that call price, which is directly in this orange thick line. You see the dotted and the thick line? It put it in there because we understand where it's spiked down to. So what will typically happen, because I know you all, is you guys will see that spike and then you'll come back and you'll try to take a sale. Did anybody do that? Talk to me now. Talk to me. Did anybody, after you saw this, come in here and try to still take a sale? Did anybody do that? I know you. I missed it. I'm a sale too. I want to take a sale too, right? No, we don't react to the market. You analyze properly. We're educated traders. I already know. You're trying to, I'm gonna get some of it. I'm gonna get some of it. No, ma'am, no, sir. So why? So it closed out and created that pattern. Somebody tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. What do we always say? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Somebody be honest with me, because I already know. Remember, I used to be on the other side of this call too. So I used to be on the other side of this call too. I know the habits, I know the activities, I know what happens when you're trying to learn it and you react to the market. I just want y'all to be honest with me so I can help you out. So what happens is, you guys are coming here and try to snatch this because it spiked and then you're trying to get in there. Now, what just happened is this triggered for a sale, which means that it was called in the correction. And with it being called in the correction, what happens is you're looking at all of this, and so it's still an opportunity that is possible that they can pull down. Now, what I will tell you is if I look at my 4 hour, because no matter where it's triggered from, we're still, what are we going to do no matter where it's triggered for? I'm gonna see if you guys are gonna talk to me regardless. Either you're not or you are. You are or you're not. You're not or you are. Where is it triggered from? It's triggered from the 5-minute, right? We saw the trigger from the 5-minute. Regardless of where my trigger happens, you did it for Euro NZ. Thank you for being transparent and honest, because this is how I can help you. This is how I can help you. So, thank you. So it triggered for a sale, but you notice that I might be dipping. So here I dip. I still have some pull down that's available on my 4 hours. So no matter where my trigger is, what are we going to always do? Where do our minds always need to go? No matter if it's on a 5-minute, the 15, the 30-minute, the hour, not the stochastic. That is accurate as far as we analyze from the stochastic first. That's my leading indicator. But what do I always want you guys to start getting in the habit? No, not left. This is why we interactive. I need you to think, not the 15, not the 15. No, definitely not the 5. Thank you. Higher time frame. There we go. That's the answer I'm looking for. So I want you guys to get in a habit, no matter where the trigger happens, I want you to look at the higher time frame. That is the only way you're going to truly understand what the market is doing. All right. And then it'll help you, because when I trigger on my lower time frame, it's to help you enter a trade. When I trigger on my higher time frame, it's to help you understand that there's a shift happening in the market. So that's where I always need you to hang out. I need you to hang out on my higher time frame, but understand my lower time frames are how I enter trades. Okay. So you just wrap your mind around that. I don't care if it's a 5-minute trigger or a 15-minute trigger or a 30-minute trigger, an hour trigger, no matter what, higher time frame. All right. That's why I'm asking these questions, because no longer do I want you just sitting on these calls listening. We're going to stimulate that mindset so we can take some trades. So you can, when you're off this call, you can take some trades. So what's possible is we dip a little bit. I'm not taking a dip, but what's possible is we dip a little bit. That's what's possible. Well, we already know from where we're marked up and where the market has reacted, we know that this is a heavy area right here. So what I want to do is we're going to mark this up because it just called for another harmonic pattern. Okay, so this harmonic pattern closed out, and what we saw is another harmonic pattern that came on. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to put that in validation level. So I'm going to make this one red. Now, what I am going to do, I understand that this is going to look like a tad bit of a coloring book. Okay, and I just say a tad bit of a coloring book. It is quite colorful, but I'm going to make my lines thicker. I don't want to erase the other ones because I want you to see how the market is moving and how these harmonic patterns consistently form and they replay. All right. Now, if we come back tomorrow on my screen refresh, because sometimes it does that by Thursday, we are not, no, I am not going to remark it up. You're just going to have to look at the playback. 132. Questions, comments, or testimonies so far? Are you following me? Are you following me? Are you following me? Actually, I'm gonna make these orange and not yellow. I'm gonna make these orange and not yellow. Yep. So that was at 13286. All right. Oh, you do a screenshot. She's like, I'm here with a screenshot. I am here with the screenshot. I'm taking my screenshot. So, all right. So 133. Yeah, that's my best friend. But you know what? I have to remember to go back and delete them. Because I'll be looking at my phone. I'll be like, why do I have these pictures in here? What is it? What is this all about? Why do I have these pictures? And I'm like, this means nothing, because you might not even have a currency pair depending on how you took it, because then it's too far away and you have to zoom in. Or I'll have a whole lot of sheets of paper with the date on it sitting on my computer desk, so yeah. With it written out, we all have our methods. By the end of the week, I'm throwing away scratch paper. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, so what do we know? I made these orange. And so these are. No, don't delete it. Don't delete it, because these don't save. You might need it again. Wait for the trade to play out. Trust me. But if it works for you, it works for you. If it works for you, it works for you. So, because you might need it again. All right. You had to know, because I look at, by the end of the week, I'm looking at all these papers. I'm like, which one is this? So I had to do the same thing. All right. So let's talk about it. So this is that new invalidation level, which means what did we just discuss? That if it goes down here, right, the market is going to react in this area. We also just discussed that this can pull down just a little bit more. We also just discussed that we had a trigger on a 5-minute for a sell. So at the tight dotted line, not the dash line, the dotted line. So this is where we had a trigger on my lower time frame. So what does that mean? Just as we just discussed, that is quite possible, and we still have some play here. So this is a very valid trigger. Okay, so now that I've gone to my higher time frame, does that 5-minute trigger make more sense? Does that 5-minute trigger make more sense? Right? So I don't want you to get in the habit of, oh, it's on the 5 and da 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 da. No, does the 5-minute trigger make more sense now? So, and where are my P's are? Why can't I see my P's are? They play too much. Where are my dots? Oh, they're way up there. I thought I lost them. So now this 5-minute trigger should make more sense. I'm not going to call a trade because of where we are, but your style of trading will determine if you dive in, if you take anything, if you react. But I do want you to understand that if you take a trade right here, you are literally, this is what I call dipping for pips. Yes, it is 66 pips flexibility in space for 66 pips, but will I necessarily get it? Okay. And I want you to keep that in mind. Yes, my momentum is still in the sale. Yes, the market is still moving in the sale, but I want you to be mindful. Please don't take anything till you pass that support and resistance line on, no matter what you do. Break the line. All right. But also be mindful that the market did not always push down as far, because I don't want anybody in a trade, so anything down here will be for scalpers. Okay. My super, and not just the scalper, but my super scalpers. Okay. That's who you are. That's who you are. So for my swing traders and my intraday traders, you're waiting for this to turn. So you're waiting on this to complete and then for this to turn. And then now you can see how, yes, my yellow dashes, my smaller yellow dashes was for the sale that played out. The news pushed it. And now you can see it created another harmonic pattern for a buy. And so now you get to watch that one. Any questions, comments, or testimony so far? And we'll watch that one play on out. Any questions, comments, or testimonies? Questions, comments. Does my coloring book bring any clarity to anybody? All right. No questions, comments, or testimonies? It's clear as mud or clear as day? Clear as mud or clear as day? Clear as day? Okay. Clear as a day, not a rainy day. So, all right. Let's see how you say. Now, I don't need you looking at these charts while you're driving. Please, no. Please, no. At least be at the red light or something, please. All right. So, not going to really dive into this one just yet. I'm going to see how much time we have before I do any of these, before we come back over here and discuss these. What I want to do is I want to introduce you to something to kind of give you a tad bit of an understanding of what's to come. I still want you to follow this one. This one has not done playing out. Before we do that, let's see, what is that one? That's that AUDJPY, correct? AUDJPY. Let's see, do we get anything new on that one? All right. So, nope. Look, is it still there? So look, is it still there? So what's not here anymore? Let's go down to my 30. Let's double check. So it's on my 30. So it's on our 30 still. So now let me ask you this. Let's say it wasn't on my 30, just for so let me see. So let's talk about it, right? So what's that? Okay, you say you're having problems understanding the session today. You just joined BYOB last night. I started my class today. Absolutely, you should stay in this session. So should I say, and this is prime to what I was talking about before, or should I start my class so that I learn the concept of terminology? So first and foremost, no, you don't want to wait and come back educated. That's really not good how it works. So first and foremost, let me say welcome to the family. Welcome to the BYOB family. We are definitely excited to have you. So I want to make sure that you get plugged in its totality. You can send me a private message. Let me know who brought you to the family so we can get you completely plugged in. Now, what you do first and foremost is we do have membership has its privileges. So we have some private groups as well that you must be enrolled to be a part of from joining a family. And we want to make sure that we get you plugged in its totality. Now, what we also do and I'm going to back up for everybody on this call. When you get started, before you even start touching the charts, yes, you are on the calls, because it's really like coming to a class, but this is going to shorten your learning curve. And I do want you to understand that this does shorten your learning curve. But I want you to go to our website if you have not done so already. But you always start with the Power Start. You don't even touch the classes until you start with the Power Start. What we started this call with was mindset, 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 mindset. And so there is a mindset to help you from a trading and a business. So it says Power Start your mindset and business. So, but it's also for your trading as well. So I just want you to, whether you're building a business or not, you always want to make sure that you tap into that so you can embrace and totally understand. And it's had us very success. We have a very high success rate with following these steps in this process. Then there's BYOB, the movement to understand who we are in its totality, and then your trading steps to success. So you don't do that until you watch these 2 videos. All right. And then, of course, you do want to be on the calls, because what happens is today is your first day. You do not have clarity that's needed. I understand that. But what happens is just being plugged in the environment as you go through the calls within your first 14 to 21 days. What happens is you actually will be taking trades. Even if it's in your demo account, you will be articulating through the market because you're in the environment. You don't want to attempt to just go watch videos and then come to the environment, because this really walks you through. And this is a video tutorial of exactly what needs to happen and how it works and how you move. So don't focus from, oh my gosh, I don't understand what she's saying. Think about the big picture, the concept, the support system, and understand that you are going to understand what we're talking about, right? It's just staying in the environment as you're learning, because as you're going through the academy, then what's going to happen is you're going to be thinking like, oh my goodness, I truly understand what's happening right now. I understand this is what that was. And it's nothing but light bulb moments from there. And that's how it happens in your first 14 to 21 days. All right. So just commit to the process. But once again, welcome, welcome, welcome to the BYOB family. So we're excited to have you. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. And this is what I wanted to show you guys. All right. So, and thank you for the transparency moment. Thank you for commenting in the chat. A lot of people here for the first time sit back and won't say anything, but we like the communication. So what I'm going to do, just talk about a way to come. All right. Is I'm actually going to pull levels for you. This is well, actually, nope, I want steady. I'm sorry. This is a swing trade. And I kind of want to show you. I don't know, based on the reaction to the news, if it's really going to play out or not. We're going to go analyze it together. So one of the ones that triggered this morning, all right, is the Euro USD. It triggered on a 4-hour. Now, this is these are swing, and we actually have a few more that trigger. So these are swing trade setups, okay? These are swing trade setups. So, so it triggered again. Okay, it triggered again. So these are swing trade setups, okay? Swing trade, swing trade, swing trade. I'm actually jot both of these down. Let me see. Because this one I did not see. Hold on. I know I want this one too. Uh-oh. I have the Euro. I want this one as well. So these are those swing trades. I want to see how the news reacted, how they reacted. So once again, these are swing trades. I'm not using any of this. I don't care about any of this. All I want to know is that, so this identifies, let's go back. All right. It gives you institutional market ideas from a swing trade. So if I am ready, if I'm ready to dive in, I want a larger setup, I want to let my trade sit, then we can actually pull a trigger from here, but you still bring it back. Always remember, everything you do, bring it back to the vibrato. And so once again, this is a little, this is about what's to come. And as we begin, we've trained on tools, we've done that, but I want to make sure you guys understand what's to come. So I'm giving you a taste test this morning. I'm giving you a taste test right now. And let me find my screenshot. We just talk about this? talk about these screenshots. You take a screenshot, but you have to go back and find it. All right, here we go. Euro USD. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark this up. So they triggered for a sell limit, which meant that it was down here this morning when I looked at it. And what that means is that this is, you know, that the trade, like, I'm gonna put where they got a potential stop loss. Now, I'm not concerned about what they label. Let me be very clear. You are a what? Somebody talk to me. You are a what? You are a what? You are a what? Okay, exactly. You are an educated trader. You are a BYOB master trader. You are an educated BYOB master trader is what you are. You are an educated BYOB master trader. That is what you are. So we're not doing anything from a blind trading perspective, okay? I cannot stand the blind trading, because the reality is, how many of you all trusted someone with your retirements? We do it all the time. We trusted somebody. How they got a dot in there? One dot. Hold on. Let me go back. My screenshot has a dot. It is 1.0.24. Okay, that is what they have. All right. So we are educated. So you blindly trusted somebody with your retirement account. And how many people that you see can't retire properly? So we're done with blind trust. You are an educated trader. We are completely done with blind trust. No longer do we operate on any level with blind trust, okay? I want you to get that in your heads. You are going to embrace the process and embrace the skill set development, okay? We do not blind trust anybody. I don't even want you to blind trust me. But if I tell you take a trade, take the trade. If I tell you if I tell you it's cheese on the moon, just grab your crackers. I'm just telling you. But, I just want you to, you know, we're going to trust our trade. It's not trust our trade Thursday. We're going to trust our trade. So I missed one of them. See, miss one of them. Miss one of them. All right, actually, you know what? So that was that possible take profit one, and then it's here. This is the one that should be aligned. This is the one, 102,750. All right, let's talk about what these numbers are. So it's just like the harmonic scanner, right? Doesn't it kind of feel familiar? Doesn't this feel familiar? It feels familiar, right? So remember, the market is the market, is the market, is the market, is the market, period. That's it. It's the market. There is nothing special about, well, there's something special about all the tools because they all trigger something different. So this is where someone, you know, in this program, you know, they came back and they say, you know what, that this is a possible swing trade. So we're looking for a sale between this zone, possible entry points. So I'm identifying that this is a possible take profit 1, 2, and 3. And I'm saying possible because we have not analyzed it. We are not doing anything until we analyze it. We don't do anything until we analyze it. So they gave you this window of where you could possibly get in this trade. We don't do anything unless we analyze it. That's how we say it with me. We don't do anything unless we analyze it. We don't do anything unless we analyze it. I am responsible for my destiny. I am the creator of my fate and the master of my destiny, right? I am the creator of my fate and the master of my destiny. So I need all of you guys reading Think and Grow Rich. So now, where were we this morning? Let me talk to you a little bit. So this morning, so here we go. This is that 9 o'clock candle. This is that 8 o'clock candle. This is that 7 o'clock candle. This is that 6 o'clock candle. This is 5 o'clock. So at 5 o'clock, this is where we were. All right. At 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, what I say, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is where we were at 5 o'clock this morning. And so if I stay here on my higher time frame, what that possible swing trade said is that this still had to go because it's a limit. If you look on there, quite a bit of these are limits. Somebody tell me what's a limit. So now it's active. So we got what is a limit? If I look at C, so that says active, but earlier it said limit, execution, that's an execution, market execution. So we don't have it anymore because it's already, but it said limit. Trust me, my screenshot says limit. So what's a sell limit? Somebody help me out. What's a sell limit? I know it's a pending order, but what is it? We'll see here till 10 o'clock. What's a pending order? I know it's a pending order, but what's the sell limit? I know we've been in the academy. What's the sell limit? Somebody try. There we go. Let's see. The trade will buy, then sell once it hit the entry point. First price has to go up and then it will come back down. It goes up and it comes back down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what that means is that these are the two areas that they identified as possible entry points for a limit, which means that it's a sell limit, which is exactly what everyone just said. So a sell limit, you guys know I'm always tapping for myself. Like, where is it at? Every single time. Every time, it never fails. This is me. So here we go. Sell limit, that means it was going to come up and then it will come back down, okay? So then it will come back down. And that's kind of what a sell limit will look like. So that's really what a sell limit will look like, okay? So it'll come up, it will break. Actually, it should have been a retest in there too, but I didn't because, you know, we had news, it shot up. So that means that it should come down. It'll probably test around here. That's what should happen. It will come back, retest, and you wouldn't enter a trade. So if it's a limit, you wouldn't enter the trade. If you set a limit and walk away from it, so right, the sell limit is higher than the current market price. You ain't got, you're quoting it as in the technical definition, the more accurate description of it, which, I mean, that is 100% correct. So now when you look at it, so this is what would happen. So if we set a limit, so if I would have been here and I set a limit, your trade would still not be executed because what it had to do was pass that price point. And once it passes that price point, if the market turns back around and starts selling, then this is where it will happen. And your trade will not activate until it's right there. So that's what that limit is, okay? Now, let's just see, did it trigger over here? Let's just see, based on anything, did we get any Euro USD? Okay, I'm gonna just check my 30 as well, and we did. Now, I love it when more tools identify the same thing. So here, also an hour ago, my harmonic scanner, which identifies reversal patterns, also triggered for a sell. So this is a taste test of what's to come because we want you to effectively utilize these tools with, you know, true understanding. So not only do I have a swing trade, you know what, let me move this over here. So not only do we have a swing trade identified, what we also have is a harmonic scanner that identified a possible reversal pattern. So that means that this is a harmonic pattern in here that identified a reversal pattern. Now, the market is going to have to settle a little bit because it just got whooped by the news. So that's what that spike is. That was a nice little spike. So the market spiked up. Uh-oh, get out of my way. That's at least 100 pips because this thing is in my way. So the market spiked up. And now who got a whooping as a child? I did. I got plenty whoopings. Okay. And I'm going to call them whoopings. And so when I got kids, if you are a millennial or a low, you might not really know what a whooping is, but how many of you all got whoopings? You know, I got exactly. It was our way of life. So what happened after the whooping? You had to go get your whole life together. You had to calm down a little bit. You know, you might have had to catch your breath. You sat down somewhere for a little while before you started getting back to normal. So and that's why I say I had to get I'm grateful for mine too, to a certain extent. No, I'm grateful for mine. But you had to get your whole life together. Remember that? Well, the market is the same thing. You got people right now reacting to the whooping because this is trades entered by people and they're reacting to the whooping that the market just got. So it shot up. It did exactly what it was supposed to do, but now the market has to settle for just a minute. So it might slow down before it gets moving. So You have some kids that jump right up and get back at it, but that's not normal. So what's normal, because that whooping didn't phase them. Mine phased me. So what's normal is for me to calm down, get my life together, recalibrate, and then go back to normal. And that's what the market is going to do. The normal thing is when we have spikes like this morning, the market will recalibrate, we had to recalibrate. It has to get its whole life together. You say, yes, calm all the way. She does say that, calm all the way down. She definitely says that. But, get some act right. Okay, so I see y'all, we all had the same parents. So get you some act right. So now let's go ahead and put this on here. I'm going to put this on here so you guys can see it, okay? So we've got 2 tools now. We have 2 tools. Did I not take my picture? See, I'm talking and didn't take my picture. So we have 2 tools that identify the same thing. 2 tools that identify the same thing. Okay, I have 2 tools that identify the same thing. Why do I keep repeating that? What does that mean? Somebody, yeah, you did have to go think about it. You did have to go think about it. And I'm like, what is there to think about? You just took my life. I'm not quite sure what we need to think about. You took my life. I get it. So I'm going to mark this one that came off of this tool. I'm going to put it in orange, okay? We're going to make this one orange. So we're going to put that goal idea on here. So let's see. And so if any of y'all ever see me do any posts and you see me say Jackie Faye as opposed to my mom, that's the one that, yeah. That's the one that I had to go sit down and rethink life. Like, is this really worth it? So, because Jackie Faye did not play, but my mom was very loving and caring. But Jackie Faye, ooh, Jesus. All right. So let's see here. All right. So now what you're seeing, and I want you to see this, okay? I want you to see this. I'm going to line this out as I mark this up. Okay, put this on here like this. And so it also gave me 2 possible, no, that's the invalidation level. So 103398. Did I do this right? Okay, let's put this, I'm gonna put this invalidation level on here. I'm gonna dot this one up. So I'm gonna dot this one up so we understand the difference. Understand it's different. 1036. Well, as an educated trader, you don't have to go remove yourself from the situation. You get to sit down because now the market reacted, and we're not gonna do it. And once again, I want to thank the person who gave us that true testimony that this is the activity that they would have done, is tried to jump in, or that they actually did it, because I know they're not the only one, and chase that trade. If you notice for my scalpers, you can see how it's starting to tap through, that support and resistance line. So I know my scalpers, but I still want you to be mindful, because I'm waiting on the setup. I'm not chasing. See, when you chase dollars, you're jumping in and you have to get this. But when you chase skill set and you have operating patience, you make more money, because we know that this will come down and it'll turn around. So I don't want you guys doing this anymore. I want you waiting on the setups. Now, if you decide to scalp or do TBX, at least you know why you're doing it. And so I want you to truly understand these setups, okay? That's truly what I want you to be able to do. So we're close to 10, but if you guys hang with me a few more minutes, I'll make this one make sense, and then we'll end this call. Is that okay? So now what I'm seeing and what I'm looking at right here, right, is, so this one in the yellow came from steady. My harmonic scanner, my steady gave me my setups. The harmonic scanner gave me the ones in orange. Do you see that even though they're not exactly the same take profit or potential take profit, that is still nothing more. Actually, we don't need this. I don't need too much on my coloring book. That is nothing more than potential support and resistance lines, right? It will not potential. It actually is support and resistance lines, okay? So it's nothing more than support and resistance lines. That's what it is. But is, so when you draw your support and resistance lines, you're not wrong. And I don't want anybody to feel that you're wrong, because we have two different tools, but you notice that they're triggering it in the same zone. You notice that they're triggering it in the same area. So what happened is this one is, so the one from this morning, right, was before the news, and this one is actually since the news. So we have a possible entry point that's here. I mean, a possible entry point that's here, right, which is where we are. But the other one was in this zone right here, because if it hadn't have been news, it might not have spiked up this high. It just might have spiked up to about right here. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? Do you see that? You with me? You see it? You see that? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no. You see it? Yes, awesome. I love it. And then just to go back, let me tell you, the one that asked the question about not knowing and being here. So the one that say perfect sense and can identify my consolidation expert, he is actually, he's less than a month, right? So we're right around that time frame of a month. And I mean, just, you know, from being plugged in and tapped in. So it's only a few weeks of truly being tapped into, you know, go doing everything. And it's just a testimony to what I was saying, because the clarity is starting to be there, and he's answering the questions as we walk through this advanced analysis. And so that's what's going to happen for you as well. And that's why it's important to be plugged in. All right. That's why it's important to be plugged in. And I just wanted to give you a testimony, as I see him very interactive in the chat answering my questions. So just understand that, you know, it's important to be plugged in, and that clarity is going to come. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the BYOB family. So now as I drop down just a little bit, all right, we're definitely not taking any trades right now. So we noticed that we're starting to lose momentum. We are overbought, all right? You know, my stochastic here is starting to curve. I'm starting to reject in this area. If I look at my 4 hour, my 4 hour still has too much momentum for a buy. So this is very valid that both of them, right? So it's possible to push up a little bit more, but I want you to watch this for trading opportunities as well. So these are trading opportunities, and you get to set your take profits based on what you see of what you know of the market. But you're not going to enter a trade until when? When do we enter a trade? When do we enter a trade? Somebody help me out. When do we enter a trade? When it's set up. It's not a trick question. It's not a trick question. Exactly. When it's in alignment, when the trade sets up. So it's not a trick. I promise I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just trying to help you, right? Y'all listen, y'all hear the song in the background? So I'm not trying to come, I'm just here to help you, right? That's it. We're just here to help you. Isn't that what he said? So let me back up just a little bit. So you hear it in the background? I just want you to hear it. I'm just here to help you. So, but that's really, you're seeing, right? You're seeing that rejection. You're hearing that rejection that kind of hits, right? That rejection. That's what I'm looking for. So you see that rejection, and that's why. So the market is reacting, and we already know from a higher time frame. See? You hear it? We ain't trying to convince you. We just trying to help you. That's it. So that's it. That was just perfect for what I was talking about. That's it. That's all we're doing. And so I just want you to see, like, the market is reacting, and this is that zone. So let's mark this zone, okay, real quick. And then we're gonna end this call. So tap in that BeYourOwnBankMovement.com. That's all I need you to do. So you can see where the market is reacting in this zone, right? We dip. So does this potential trade make sense to you guys? Any questions, comments, or testimonies? Does this potential trade? I got a yes. Yes. So this is where we're rejecting that right now. Yes. So what do we do? See, right? It pulled down as we discussed. So like if you did HFX, if you are a scalper, I know you took profit. I know you did. I know you did. So this one, and we's not, you know, This one finished, but if you might have got wicked out, if you were in it at that news because of the way that spiked. And this one is just taking this precious, 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 precious time, no matter what's going on. I will still continue to monitor this one. This is a new hour candle, so we're almost at that take profit. Did anybody take this trade? Did anybody take this trade? Did anybody take that trade? It's one that we've been watching. Blue line cross over the red and the downward momentum. Red candle flat top, PSR flip to the top. Right there. So you're in the blue, in the blue, in the blue, in the blue, blue, blue. A beautiful day. So then, of course, we definitely had time frame confluence. And even when we check our higher time frame, we're completely in alignment. That was a very beautiful trade, right? So you're watching those. So even though we do it from the higher time frame with the setups, then when I drop down, I know it's set up because we've already analyzed it. So I'm still using my 15-minute and my alignment to enter the trade. I make sure I have that alignment. And then, of course, I want the alignment as well on my 5. So we would not have entered at this moment, right? Wouldn't have entered. We would have waited on that pullback. And then you would have entered the trade right here. I'm grabbing the wrong one. Would have entered the trade right here. And then, of course, you'd be in the blue. So you don't want to have to deal with all that pullback. Now, your 5-minute can have a little wick, but what's my non-negotiable? Look what my stochastic is doing. My stochastic. I prefer for my 5 not to, but I know because it's so much activity that you might have a little one there. But my stochastic is a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. None. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are the trades that we've been watching. These are the trades that we've been monitoring. I know you'll take profit here very shortly. You know, if you have not already, if you did not get in a trade, wait till after you pass this area, let it set up again, make sure everything is in alignment. Then you have opportunity once again. So we already know what's happening here. We are, that was just low. So where did I do it? Oh, it's over here. See, I got things everywhere. So also monitor this one. All right. Questions, comments, testimonies. Let's end this call. Questions, comments, testimonies. Let's end this call. Questions, comments, testimonies. Let's end this call. Any? You're very, very well. Did you have Claire? Are you excited about the way forward? I am. Are you excited? I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm excited because, I'm happy to hear that. So much clarity. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You guys are going to be walking in wealth. You're going to be making money. I'm going to see more 777s. And I'm going to be excited. That's what excites me, is you taking profit. Now, you taking profit. You taking profit. You taking profit. You taking profit. That is what excites me. You taking profit. All right. So I am excited because of that. And I love the fact that you guys are gaining that clarity. And once again, for all of you all that are new, welcome to the BYOB movement. You definitely, if you're watching this call and you're a guest, you want to make sure that you get back with the person that invited you out, because today is your day for a change. You're going to get enrolled. Get back with them. Today, you get enrolled. And then we also make sure you get completely plugged in to the BYOB movement, because we are a family, a wealthy family. We're not just a family, we're a wealthy family. So with that being said, Ms. Reed.
Yes, Ms. Dyer, your excitement is contagious, and we caught it. Thank you. Let's pray. God, you're such an awesome God, and you do such awesome things, and you created us to be an awesome people. And we thank you for making us in your image and after your likeness, because we are, and in you we live and we move and we have our being. And we thank you for all of your exceeding great and precious promises. Thank you, God, for being a promise-keeping God, and how you said in your word that there's no good thing that you will withhold from us if we walk upright before you. And we ask, God, that you will help us to keep walking upright in your presence continually. And you have so graciously blessed us with our founder, Mr. Rogers, our co-founder, Miss Dyer, our second and third generations of educators, our mob squad, and every member of this great movement, this great family, this wealthy family, God. Thank you for supplying all of our need according to your riches and glory through Christ Jesus. And we're so thankful, so appreciative, and so grateful that this has been a wonderful, a beautiful win Wednesday. God, we thank you that your word makes it so clear that you're teaching us to profit and leading us to prosperity. We thank you for the privilege to be on this kingdom journey as we accelerate and elevate in Jesus' name. Amen and thank God. And this officially ends this call. We'll meet you on Clubhouse at 12 noon with the ladies. God bless you, and let's go our way, walking under an open heaven as we are patient, we will profit. God bless. And we'll see you tonight at 9 p.m., also Eastern Standard Time.